This is a 2009 Can-Am SM5. That's the one with the manual, 5-speed transmission. Now, I took this to a cycle shop and it's having issues with all kinds of codes that are coming up, reading all kinds of crazy codes, and they wanted $3,000 to fix this thing. So first, see all these codes coming up? All right, and let's wait and see all these codes that are coming up that are just disturbing my ride. It's spring and I want to ride. I bought this in Atlanta, Georgia. I knew that it had the check engine light on, and I took the chance on it. So far, I took it to Pete Cycle, place in Baltimore here, and they wanted a ton of money for this thing. So I'm gonna try starting it first, so you can hear it. Push this thing here, and that will erase all those codes. And there you go. Now you see the check engine lights coming on. It says limp mode, home mode, and it's gonna come with a series of stuff here. Talking about the park brake and the ABS fault, VSS fault. So it's throwing all these codes, EBD, EDD fault, and it's back to 66 degrees. Okay, so what I did was I changed the main wiring harness, which is one of the problems that they said it had, which was an issue. You know, I look at my previous video and you'll see how I changed the wiring harness and just, you know, did a plug and play kind of thing. Okay, all right, so you know, then they said you got to change the wiring harness first, and then, you know, you've got to go from the wiring harness to the vehicle control module. That's the VCM module. This thing gave me a headache to try to find what the vehicle control module is and where it's located. 2009 Can-Am SM5. So I looked all around, looked inside, you know, you see most of the parts are off, looked all around. It gave me a headache for a couple of days trying to figure it out. So far, guys, I put brand new tires on it in the front. They wanted 200 and change to put the tire on the rear. All the tires were pretty much torn up. Anyway, turn this thing off position, and I'll show you where the vehicle control module ended up being. So what I did is I went to Harbor Freight and I bought a, as you see, it's jacked up in the air. I bought a where's the box? Right over there. ATV motorcycle lift, 125 bucks in Harbor Freight, and I jacked this puppy up. So what I did was I went on cheapparts.com, I think it is, and I found out exactly where this vehicle control module was. I got one of these things right here that I'm going to lay on, and I'm going to try to fish this puppy out on my own. Okay, so it's gonna take some time, and if you guys look, you'll see that puppy is right there. Yep, that thing right there. That's the vehicle control module, and it has a bunch of brake lines running into it. It's a complicated mix. I don't know how to start. I don't know where I'm going to start. I don't know exactly how it comes out. But what I got to lose, because the cycle shop wants like $3,000 to change this part, including the wiring harness. I got by the wiring harness. Now I got to get this puppy out. So what I did is I took a chance on a used part off of eBay. It should be here any day now, and I'm gonna replace it. So any of you guys looking to find out, you know, you DIY guys, want to try to figure it out where it is, it's right there, right underneath the vehicle. Okay, right, located right up under the steering wheel itself. So I'm gonna fish for it, dig it out, and you'll see it on my next video of exactly how I take it apart. Going to be very time consuming, but I'm going to get that puppy out and I'm going to get it running.